Hi, my name is Chiara and I love traveling. I always look for the sea, and this time I am sailing with Simon, Kim and Sienna on their sailboat Britican, and we are traveling around the Caribbean islands. In the previous episodes, we went to Grenada, Antigua, St. Lucia, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. I participated in different regattas, getting unique experiences, met loads of local people and saw some of the most beautiful places and sunsets of the world. Now we're back to Grenada, and these are my last weeks together with Britican. While living in a sailboat, almost every single day has a little bit sailing, fishing and great sunny weather. It was nice to be again in Grenada, and this week Sienna had her birthday. We had fun all day long, swimming and going around the island. And then it even rained. As it doesn't rain often here in this period, these moments feel magical. And especially, it never rains for too long.
Never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them.
I'm back to Grenada, and actually I have just 2 weeks left here in the Caribbean islands, and it's and I have been here over a month now, and the time has been flying. Even though I have been to 4 different countries and sailing around like 6 or even 7 countries, which has been so nice. All this time I have been living on a sailboat, Britican. I'm just trying to learn to sail, and I think I'm a little bit sad that I need to go back to my normal life, but still I'm so happy that I have been able to do this experience here in the Caribbean islands, and especially I have spent my European spring here in this very hot, warm weather.
If we're not sailing, I try to see around as much as possible. Very often I go to the beach, look for a hammock and film for endless times all the waves, sea and palm trees. The most beautiful moments are the endless sunsets I have seen here. One of the places that I always wanted to visit while here in Grenada was the Grenada's underwater sculpture park. With such a clear water, it's just amazing to snorkel and dive, and I couldn't be more excited to jump in right now. This underwater sculpture park is located off the west coast of Grenada. The park was first constructed in 2006, and there are 75 sculptures in all. The underwater sculpture, Jason deCaires Taylor told that the ocean is the most incredible exhibition space an artist could ever wish for. This park is now home to several of his creations, and this underwater attraction remains unique. After many wonderful days on the sea and in the nature, it was time to go to visit the city.
We have just arrived to the capital of Grenada, which is St. George's. The city center is very busy and colorful, and people are always trying to interact with everybody, so it's quite a crazy life in here.
St. George's was founded by the French, but island culture is heavily influenced by the African roots of most of the Grenadians. The town itself has developed in recent years by preserving its history, culture and natural environment. And of course, we couldn't miss the local fish market, full of the freshest fish of the Caribbean Sea. We don't know the real origins of the name Grenada, but it's likely that Spanish sailors named the island for the Andalusian city of Granada. Before the arrival of Europeans, Grenada was inhabited by the indigenous Arawaks and later by the island Caribs. Nowadays, a majority of Grenadians are descendants of the African slaves, because only a few of the indigenous Carib and Arawak population survived the French purge.
Just around the corner of the port we have the House of Chocolate, where they explain all the history of cacao and all the chocolate and the ice cream. They really recommend me to have the nutmeg ice cream, which is really tasty, and I think at the same time it's something very different. Local people in the Caribbean, they love loud music and they love reggae music, which means that everywhere where you go, you can hear that extremely loud music that it's even hard to film this video just to speak to the camera, because everywhere the music is just so loud. I just needed to get out from this crazy downtown because it was so loud everywhere, and now I'm on top of the hill where is the Fort George. As all the city is on top of the hill, so basically everywhere you can see all the houses just going uphill, all the streets going up and downhill. Most people who come to visit St. George's come here with a cruise ship, so it means when it's not a cruise ship day, you will hardly find any foreign people around, which is kind of cool because you can really feel the local vibe, which is always full of loud music, loud people, all the colors and all the spices, because Grenada is also known as the island of spice, or they say Isle of spices.
Definitely the best thing to do in St. George's is to walk around and just soak in the atmosphere. It also has one of the most beautiful ports in the Caribbean, and the city center is full of different markets, selling fresh fruits, souvenirs and spices.
That's right! That's right!
This crazy guy just missed his ferry. He saw us with a dinghy, so he asked to be brought to the already moving ferry. I think I shouldn't be surprised about anything after seeing this. One of the best parts of my time in the Caribbean islands has been the music. My favorite genre is reggae, and I can assure you that you can hear reggae music everywhere, all the time. Most of the live music is also performed with steel drums, which are one of the most tropical instruments in the world. They say that local people learn how to play steel drums since they are born. This is such a strong part of their culture, and everybody needs to learn it at school. It's time to sail again. As you can imagine, we spend a big portion of our time on the sea. Sailing gives you this great feeling of being wild and free, like the ocean. That's why I dream about getting my own boat one day. I always long for this salty air, deep blue colors, and endless immensity of the sea.
I'm in a small village of Carriacou. It's only 8:30 in the morning and the only living creatures you can see here are just some sheep. Is this your dog?
Yes, Kitty.
Hi.
We play here on Friday,
Where?
right at the Lamb Between, right here where we went for the paper.
Oh, okay. Now some local people start coming out as well, and I got to know that the name of this place is Tyrell Bay, which is really famous between all the cruisers, all the people who have sailboats. They come here because it's just a beautiful, nice tropical place. Wow, did you catch it from here?
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's amazing how all the colors change by moving just a few miles. The colors of Petit Saint Vincent were just out of this world. It's a tiny private island with luxury resort, but the main thing is that it has the dreamiest views ever. This is the place where I saw the most beautiful sunset I have ever seen. After almost 3 months in the Caribbean islands, it was time to go to sail for the last time with Britican. Sailing can give you this ultimate feeling of freedom. You can use wind to go in any direction. While looking at the sea, you can really feel how tiny we are in this world next to this immense ocean. It's just you and the world. I have always been fascinated by the idea to command the sea, because if you know how to do it, you will be able to command anything. Once you get to love the sea, you can hardly form a single idea thought of which the sea will not be part. The waves of the sea help me get back home. Looking at sunsets will never get old. From now on, I will be dreaming in colors borrowed from the sunset. When it was time to leave, it started to rain. But as always, it only rains to bring out the rainbow. And it seems that all my goodbyes are accompanied by the rainbows. This was supposed to be my last episode from the Caribbean islands. But in the next episode, you will see.
I'm in a total new country, somewhere where I even didn't expect to come. There was even one person who called me Dora the Explorer. What?
Right now, I wish that you were here, my dear. It's always so hard.